Do 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 do. Morning, Kutan. Oh. How's it going, Kutan? How are you? I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm just trading the one account, and I'm gonna try to grow it again. Try to make it big, and then afterwards take a payout. Yeah, one account at a time. I'm just working on my other my funded futures account, and then this one's up $600 today, so I might call it for this one. I took a loss for like 12:30 yesterday, right? Hit my daily loss limit. Took two trades only. Not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. I took like two trades, four trades. Yeah, took four trades last night, pre-market, just down here. Um, just right here. Longs originally, another long here, short, a long. Honestly, longs would have played out today, but I didn't want to hold it because at the end of the day, like I'm aiming for a payout on this account. I'm not aiming for. I'm not aiming for. Is it bad? Or are you good? What? What's break even? You got $800 left of drawdown, or $800 of PNL that you're up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, man. Um, all right. Well, goal is now, right? Q10. Just ask yourself, was it the right process that you had when you traded? Was there the right strategies in mind? Things like that. Because I feel like the past 2 days it did matter a lot. The setups weren't that clean, so I don't blame you. Actually, don't blame yourself for that. If it was yesterday that you lost money, because the setups were actually this was a different type of setup. It's not very this was not a very easy setup to play, and the reason why is pretty simple really. It's you can see that they're writing stop losses, they're faking both directions. It's the volatility, right? The volatility has decreased substantially, so it's in a trap phase. Morning, Elsie. How are you? Don't be too bothered by it, Kutan. Really, shit happens, bro. Sometimes you trade well for 5 days and you can have one bad day, but as long as you're like at 50K or something like that on the balance, you can regrow it, and it's very easy to. Just know that. It's just keep it as an easy thing. Yeah, it's a mindset thing. Yo, uh, yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that. Should have risked less. But here's the difference now, Kutan. Just because you took some losses, your balance is 50K. So you're break even. That's all that matters, right? You're above the threshold. Now, you can either do two things here, right? How many days have you traded on it? Like three, I think. Either one. Either one, you have 6 days traded in total, like profits, and is that like $200 plus for each of the days? Like, do you have 5 days already, or are you still just above it? 6 days of 200 plus. Now, either you can do this. Either you can save yourself the trouble, and honestly, 4 days in profit, 3 days above 200. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Either you take 2 days of trading and then give yourself the benefit of the doubt, um, and just take a payout, and then basically recover some of the money that you spent on the prop firms, which is actually just ideal. Just do that, in my opinion, and then just restart a combine if that actually makes you feel better. Uh, at the end of the day, it's usually the initial cost that really matters. It's a prop firm, right? If you can manage in the next 2 days, just to get a couple trades in and at least like have like $600 or something like that. There's nothing wrong with restarting. It's a fucking prop firm. Yeah. Make sure to pay yourself in the next 2 days if you do have it, and don't think about it too much. Just trade the process. That's definitely something that I always try to fucking do. I try to give myself some space and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, but don't stress about it. That's the number one rule in trading, man. Don't be like just keep waiting. Be patient, man. I know you're a patient guy, right? You just be patient, patient, and patient, and patient, and then if you take your trade, sometimes that's all that matters, really. It's the process, right? I don't. I try to ignore my losses and not really think about it too much because you never know if you're gonna make a nice winning day out of it. Monday, yeah, yeah, and actually that's really good. That's called good risk management too. That you can lock out. Right? Very good risk management that you can lock out. Give yourself some time, man, and then work on it gradually, however you want to trade, however you want to work on it, and obviously don't oversize. Just use simple size, one contract kind of vibe, and yeah, I'm sure that you'll like make it back. I am sure that you'll make it back. Because I put myself through those losses all the time, and I try not to focus on the P&L too much. Sometimes I'll take a loss for $1,000, and next day I'll end up recovering. Now, I think the biggest one is that you just gotta like look back and see whether your strategy that you were trading, like, was there a strategy? It's about learning from your mistakes. I think you just gotta like open up the chart executions and take a look at it. Just learn from your mistakes and see what's the difference. What changed? My Adobe trade, bro. My Adobe trade went crazy. It went from like 3.3 to 15, right? But I didn't take advantage of that. I only got like literally from 3.3 to 5.5, so I only made like a couple $100 here, which was a gift for my fiance. But yeah, truth is, not all of it's gonna work out. Bro, I think I'm gonna buy calls today though, for real. I'm gonna buy. I really like that pump there actually, so maybe I'll buy calls here. 556. 556 calls. I'm gonna buy one here based on that pump and just see how it goes. We're already over the levels that I'm expecting it to be at. And if we close in the next 2 minutes here, I'm pretty sure we just go. So. All right, about one contract, SPY call, $305 in the money. I want to see it run here. That looked like an autofill to me. Capital, do you need? $500, not much. You don't need much. I just put $500 and I just trade like one contract, and then I basically just play along the setups that I have in front of me. So I think we're going here. Then our next level is going to be 673s. But yeah, I got 556 calls right now. I'm holding for 556 calls to 557, and then I might sell here. I want to see it rip here to 600s. Honestly, like, I can definitely take a long here. It feels safe, actually, today. Take a long. I'm going to wait for on a small dip here, and then I'll take it. I want to see a rip upside here. Alright, I know how they're going to play this. So they're going to rip it here, and then they're going to pull back. They're going to pull it back all the way to 556 probably, and then I'm going to take another entry long. So I see how they did it. They're going to double top here, maybe here on this level, and then looking at ES. I look at ES here. What they're going to do is they're going to pull this back to the double bottom here. Maybe. That's what I think. They'll pull it all the way back down here, and this is the entry. Entry's down here. I'm not going to take a dip buy so quickly without seeing a re-entry dip buy here. Yeah. Not bad though. No, we got liquidity at 19600s. 19600s. Yeah, I'll chat with you on Monday too. Yeah, I'm glad that I can make you feel better, honestly. Like, it's fucking part of the game, bro. It's stupid shit, but hey man, like, money comes and goes, and I feel like, you know, it's trading is lonely, and I think that, you know, you shouldn't ever sit on your own thoughts and feel ashamed by anything, right? There's nothing shameful about it, right? We're just trying to make a living at the end of the day. But I'll catch you on Monday. Take it easy, man, and I hope the weekend is fun with your family. Yeah, spend it with your family. I got a lot of things to do this weekend with my family too, so. Yeah, yeah. I always, you know, one thing for me is that I always try to like keep my phone away when I'm on the weekends. Or keep my phone away on the weekends with my family. Yeah. Yeah, super bullish start, Elsie, but I think we're gonna pull back here. We're gonna wick under one more time, and then we're gonna run. That's what I'm thinking. I've seen it too many times where like the market will churn, right? They'll do some shit like this, pull up all the way back down, wick out a bunch of them, get another long entry, and then just run it. Right? That's what I'm hoping for today, something like that. We got news at 10 as well. So I'm gonna look to morning Sergio. How are you? Long time no see, 2 days, right? Nice bullish start of the day, man. So made about 40 bucks already off of this pump. I'm waiting on right now with my XFA to be done on the lockout. I'm looking at news, 10 a.m. news, and I'm just gonna like look to buy calls on the dip probably for 560s. Okay, so let's try it here. I'll go one short and see if I can get a nice runner here. All the way back down to the lows. I'm gonna give it some space too. Come back to retest open and then think about taking longs down here instead for my SPY contracts. $19,568 minus 19,492.5. So it's about 75.75 points on this pump. Right? 500 maybe. $19,493, $19,493. Okay, so I know that puts are definitely in play here a little bit. We already filled some liquidity upside. It's still pretty heavy on 900s, but I'd like to see a pullback here. 19,493 for an entry. At least like a double bottom. Market is rare to break out on heavy selling days like this too. I want to see a pullback for sure. My risk will be, this is the most I'll risk now on this trade. And if it breaks above that, then I'm not really sure what they want to do here, but just need to give it some space. How are you, Sergio? Sergio, fuck me, man. I can't even like speak English, man. But how are you, man? How's everything? Have you started like a new combine yet? New eval? Yeah, these guys are funny. Hmm. Maybe it's not time. Okay, I'm out. Nice job, man. No, it's gonna work for you, dude. Did you look at the math behind it? It's a very high probability, like really high probability bounce today. It should bounce like hard. I don't think a pullback will come, maybe. I'll show you what I mean by that. But I think we're gonna sweep the highs here first. And after sweeping the highs, we'll probably come back down. I don't know. We can get an entry here. Like, I want to see them sweep the highs first, and then what they're gonna sweep it with one candle, and then they're gonna run it down. Maybe, yeah. Just right here, we're in that level of potential resistance, but worst case scenario, this trades get stopped out. I don't know. But I'll show you here in a second. Here, look at this. We got the 23% mark here, 0.236 mark, right? And that's the Fibonacci for this entire move from the low to the high. And the last time we had something like that was in 2022. 2022, 23% mark. And we had a really massive bounce off of it right on open. Right here, we got a nice bounce off of it. Right over here, we got a nice bounce off of it. So I'm just contemplating on whether this would be one of those days, right? I think I got unlucky with that. It's a crazy stop loss run. That's my mistake. I should have put it at the low of this wick, right? This is my evaluation too for my funded futures. So I'm not really like I'm not really bothered by that loss. I'm just waiting on right now the 10 a.m. news for my XFA before I do anything crazy. I literally got stopped out at bottom wick. It's crazy. Nice close. Just break over this high here. We should get a squeeze right over that. Now we go here, just right over the 600s level, and it should run. So what? 585s, 150s plus 50, 635. So go for 635 here. 50 points here from this move. Close within the range, which is good. Nice breakout. Doesn't even retest it, by the way. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a nice run here. We're gonna get a nice run here. Yeah, looks like SPY is going straight for 560s. Yeah, what the fuck? It's doing exactly what I think it's doing, man. Like, it's already run to 600, 560s, and I literally bought a call, too. I bought a call and kind of regret it. But, yeah, 560s is coming for sure. I want to see 560s here. 560s, which is on SPY. 560s on SPY. It's a strong close, too. I like it. Oh, shit. Okay, I will take a little bit of profit here. Maybe. Yeah. And I'll take another long above this if it goes into 535s. Yeah, I did a couple trades, Elsie. Yeah, just mainly longs. I am looking at 560s right now on SPY. Maybe we get a really big pullback now. This might be the pullback range, right? All the way back to the lows. But I don't want to go against the market. And I know that it's a very high probability long. $5.56. Okay, I'm in a short here. This is going straight for it now, eh? I want to see a sweep here. Right back underneath that level. And get a sweep here, that'd be nice. I'm waiting for a sweep here. Central thesis is usually double bottom. Before reversal. That's usually how it goes. That's usually how they do it. This is what they do all the time before they run it. I remember. I don't want to go against that. I remember, man. One more dip, boys. One more dip before you guys moonshot me. No, I'll take longs. Just looking at longs down here. I'm not the type of guy to buy longs into an uptrend already. I think the market, right now we're at a double top area too. Seems interesting to me that we wicked out there and then now we're coming back into the level here. So I'm really expecting a dump first. A big pullback of this candle. And then I'm going to jump in longs from there. Pull back, then I'm going to jump in 560 longs again after they kill the premiums. That's what they always do. Because that's I think that's like how they do it in reversal trends. In reversal trends, before we see a really big, large move to the upside, they'll always rip it lower, catch all the longs, get them to liquidate, and then afterwards they'll come back up. That's the liquidity pull that they do for themselves. So I got like a second thesis in play right now for myself. This is like my long thesis. Originally, my long thesis should have been down here. I mean, like originally I thought that they were going to pull it back on open, but it's the other way around. So they're pulling it. They're actually dragging the market up first before they pull it back. Then they'll run it. But I'm going to get out obviously if I'm wrong, right? This is just an evaluation, and I'm still waiting for 10 a.m. news here. Let's see how the 10 a.m. news algo is. Maybe all the way back down to VWAP here. Maybe like, yeah, like 520s would be a good area. Right, 520s. Just right at the breakout of this wick here. Yeah. That's probably where I would say that's my profit target area. I want to say that's my profit taker area. 515s. I'll do 515s. I'll do this. I think that's reasonable. 518s. Okay. Question is, do I take profit now? I'm gonna wait for them to sweep that. Just being patient here. Come on, guys, don't defend that. Sweep it. All right. Well, no, yeah, sweep it. Nice little sweep here. Crack that low. Right here, crack it. Come on. No. All right. I think that's an outie. Maybe I got out early. I don't know. I think I might have got out early. That was like the news candle too. Ah, shit. I got out early. That was my mistake. Yeah, they're gonna dump it. Watch the 10 a.m. news candle. I'm gonna buy calls on the dump. Pretty sure that's what it is. 556 calls maybe. In the money calls is what I'm looking for. 41. Yo, if I'm right about this, it will come back. There it is. 10 a.m. news candle. Right? Okay, I'm buying I bought longs here. I bought one. 285 average. Yep. Here's that sweep, man. It's fucking typical. Now, I don't know when they're gonna pull it back up here, but I'm gonna buy another one. I'm gonna add to my average probably, most likely, and then I'll look for a moonshot run here. There it is. That's the dump. We should get an accumulation of buyers here and a swing back up here, guys. Just waiting on it. Fucking bought that dip. And I might buy a second one too, depending on how it goes. Let me see a swing back up here, guys. All right. So I'm gonna jump in longs here on my personal account maybe here. And let's see if I can hope that this is gonna be a good swing back up here. I'm in longs here. Looking for $1,000 on this trade. Yeah, swing high. Swing high. Next one, next candle maybe. Swing high. Let me swing back up here. This might be how to play. You don't guys give me what I want. Yeah. Give me that swing. I want to see a breakout here. Breakout back up here. All the way through. Yep. And I'm going to get out of this trade just because and be done with that day. That was my first trade of the day on that. And that was me waiting for the news. I got out of my contract as well. Potentially. Yeah. There's that sweep, man. They do this all the time, bro. Cash the sweep. Let's see if I can get another move up here. I bought 556 in the money SPY calls. Right on that dip too. It was not bad. It was not a bad dip. It was really good, actually. Maybe I might have gotten out of this too early. Yeah, I definitely got out of this trade way too early. Like $424. I should have held, man. I should have held. My thesis was right. I know my thesis is right. Sometimes, like, I just got really sticky fingers, bro. Seriously. What's up, man? How are you? Yo, this sweep was coming, bro. I know this sweep. I know these type of plays, man. This is definitely a bullish day. I don't want to go against that, and I think they're gonna sweep it. They're gonna maybe like push it up into make a higher high here somewhere here, the 60s. Yo, wake up in profit. I caught a nice trade both sides, but this is me being too chicken, bro. Even though I knew this was coming, I took a long right at the bottom of this 496 level because I was expecting like a nice bigger retrace. To be honest with you, definitely a bigger retrace. I'm like definitely expecting something bigger here, but it's not coming um, as fast as I thought. Maybe they want to swing it lower. I don't know where they're going to do that, but damn, I got up way too early. 509s, and that would have been $1,000 on my account here, but that's a mess up. But I took my 2 trades of the day, and that's all I've been expecting on my XFA, right? I only want to take 2 trades a day. That's it. Now for yeah, you saw, right? I was targeting $1,000, and I should have, like that's the psychology that I'm kind of like still working on. I still need to work on that psychology process, bro. Even like my calls, right? I bought calls for 556 in the money. I bought them right on that dip. That's very disappointing, but that 556 calls is going to print out 560s on this trade, most likely. And I can't do anything about it now. Yeah. I'm locked out. Yeah, I'm happy. I took 2 trades. That's all it was. I shouldn't have fucking sold that, to be honest with you. And in reality, like this was actually a really good entry. This was a very good entry actually. And yeah, it was a very good entry, and I know that. That's why I even put like yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. So I should have done stops at break even, really. You're right. I'm gonna do that next time. Because like I was even telling myself that we're gonna have 10 a.m. news, and it's usually 10 a.m. news doesn't 10 a.m. news usually doesn't do that. I'll be honest with you, it usually doesn't do that. Like on like a bullish reversal type of environment, but usually on bullish and like once we set into a reversal period, they'll usually come back to the open one more time, and I know that because I've seen it countless times, way too many times to not know that, and that's exactly what they just did now. So this might be just the bottoming process, and this might just run all day today. That might be it. The rebalancing point. Why do they call it rebalancing point? I was looking at the book map though. I didn't see any liquidity there. I just based off I based that literally off of intuition and just like the experience of having to see it. But I didn't see anything. And honestly, like I think I'm gonna exit my Adobe calls because my Adobe calls are flying to the floor, bro. It's going to hell. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah. I had a good short entry too. I got out a little bit too early. This would have been a past account, to be honest with you, off this drop. But I don't even know if you're allowed to trade on your evaluations during news. So I think I might have saved my account here. Saved my account just by like a couple ticks. Huh. All right, this is a pullback into that level again, and pretty typical. So I want to see if I can get a nice long entry on my MFF account here. I'm going to try it here. That's the balancing level, right? I'm going to do that. Because I know that they shouldn't close it below 482s here. So 482s is the 15-minute. This is where buyers are going to come back in, right, into this fair value gap. They're not going to close it below this if they want to keep it up here. So I think they're going to push it up one more time here, right into the 50% value. Should be a nice engulfing candle somewhere. I'll go for a small loss on this trade. That's definitely the bottom. I want to see them sweep it here really quick. I want buyers to come in. Just break it right over that one more time. Right inside that. Fill the gap really quickly. Come on. Just a little push, guys. It's not that far. Only like 50% of it. Well, maybe the time is not now. I'll just wait on the next one. Maybe they'll sweep it down here. Right? That would be interesting to see. They wouldn't do that, would they? What are you doing? Are you doing good, man? You take any trades yet, or are you just chilling out a little bit? 511? Yeah. 511, right? Not bad. No, it's okay. It's actually reasonable because I was looking at this level here, and it's definitely true. Like this could have easily bounced, but 511 is definitely a good short, considering that the risk profile is from 510s all the way to 440s. That's a lot of risk, right? So I kept my stop loss tight because of that risk, but it's going to be in this range maybe. Maybe I'll try opening range here. Yeah, it's a good short. Good short right there. Retest of the gap. Back inside the wick. Now, I don't know. I don't want to buy it here while it's falling like that. But I do want to buy calls, man. I do want to buy calls. I think it's going to go higher. I made quite a bit on my personal account too. I'm up like $100. I'm trying to get like base hits in on my personal account, grow it substantially, and then basically move from there. Only take like 2 or 3 trades a day for that too. But yeah, I fucking called that shit. I was telling my friend to buy calls unopened, and this is like the reward, the reward profile that I was expecting, around 560s. So I bought 556 calls, but I sold around I think I sold right here. Even though like, it's kind of funny though. I didn't really make that much money considering I bought from here and sold there. Like it's not a lot. It's like this right here, this entire move was only like $100. Like I don't get that. That's the interesting part to me. think we'll defend this low, honestly. Like overnight, we were bouncing out of the VWAP range multiple times. And I think we'll continue. We went under the 13 moving average, and then we went right back and recovered and went higher. So that's my expectation, is that we go higher. This is area of longs. I'll try it. My risk will be tighter, as tight as this one. That's what I think. I want them to sweep this high before they sell it off, you know? Because clearly, like, right after this rejection candle here, the sellers got trapped in this level. The buyers diverged and broke it higher. So I'm expecting the same type of momentum here, right into 530s. Yeah. But this is not a bad entry either. It's a really good entry. I just want to have a higher risk reward profile. I'm expecting this level here. Now, interesting to say though, I want to see them break above this. They already broke it above. I want to see them break above it. Give me an engulfing candle here, boys. Right? All right. Yeah, I don't really like it. Should have swept there already. No, I'm gonna get out of that one. Small risk reward again. I think it's better to get out of that one. Oh no. Oh, bro. Yeah. This has to be a bullish breakout, right? It has to be. All right. Here's the chaser, bro. Here I am chasing a trade. Chasing a trade. The worst thing you can do. All right, give me this one. Took 2 trades. I gotta increase my reward. Capital Preservation Friday. Yeah, yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, no, I just reward wise, like I don't know about that. You know, this is my evaluation. This is my evaluation. So this is my evaluation. I like that close though. Look at that, a green candle after a red candle like this, and then a lower low, but immediately the open is like above the range. I don't think it's gonna come back to this. And if it does, that's too much. That's way too much. Come on, boys. Give me a slap here, man. Jesus. Another lower low. Starting to really show signs for selling off, huh? Come on, back to the range. Don't play me today. This is the risk, right? But I just like that. You know, like underneath sweep. And now it's just not going higher than that. I gotta give it the space, bro. I gotta give the space to breathe. Oh. No way, man. Okay. Uh, that's funny, man. Oh, that's jokes. Let's go along. Let's go along. Let's chase. I said, right? Nah, dude, I'm stupid, bro. That's definitely not going up. What happened? What happened to the statistics? Hmm. This is so big. There you go. Just want to pass this account, bro. Just let me pass. Yeah, dude. No. What? That's a big one, right? I should have known better. I should have known better. Yeah, that was the. I don't even know if that was a stop hunt, bro. But this might be the higher low. Maybe this is the higher low. No, dude. I could feel the cap in the market makers today. I feel it. I feel the cap, bro. This is gonna trail lower. I think we're genuinely gonna sweep lower. This actually might be a cap. Yeah, I take everything back, bro. Just looking at the 15-minute, like we already closed. Is it really the longs, man? I don't know. I think it's cap, dude. I hate evaluations too, though, but maybe this is it. You're right. This would be a long, right? Brutal, bro. Choppity chop, my guy. I have an active funded account for MFF, and then I have one for Top Step that's active. So I'm not gonna play games with the Top Step one anymore. I genuinely I did say in my Discord that I want to just do 2 trades a day, and that was it for me. I can't take any more trades than that. I I learned from it, so yeah, yeah, I do. I usually pass pretty quickly. It takes me only like because if I use one mini, bro, like my I guess it's very methodical, honestly. I've never really had like trouble passing accounts, and I still don't now today. I just made 3,000 in one day, and I only used like one mini, and That was basically it. Now the same idea applies here, right? But I think we're coming to retest this now like I wanted originally. So we can do a sweep above that would be nice. Or a slap in the face like always. Would hate that, but don't do it. Bruh. Alright, so I hit my daily loss limit on MFF. I guess I'll have to pass that tomorrow. Or Monday. That sucks, man. What the fuck? Oh, no, man. Not like this. Ugh. Yo, that was my problem, you know? Like wake up and profit today for the evaluation. The evaluation, this was the risk. And I knew it. Like I was even saying so, right? I was kind of saying that. I was saying that. I did specifically say that this is the risk, right? But yeah, I definitely want to go longs today, man. Go against the longs, dude. Is the IV high? What's the IV? Okay, so implied volatility is very low today. Right now, it's already like 10:30, and usually by 10:30 we've already peaked 76. So the IV has died significantly. Now I don't know whether we're gonna get like a spike, but we can tell right now that the IV is definitely dead, dead as hell on the 15-minute, which means that scalpers market, probably scalping market. Okay, when the IV gets back to maybe back to like the 80s or something like that, that's when I'm gonna try longs, I'd say. Like, look at that. Like, the IV death is the biggest problem, right? Damn, so close to your 460s, bro. Just swing around. Oh, Tyler, bro. Welcome. Hey, bro, welcome. Welcome, Tyler. Who's Tyler? One of you guys are Tyler? Thanks, man. Thanks for joining the Discord. Appreciate it, brother. I'm holding on to dear life with my Adobe calls. I've never been so down, bro. Like average price 233, total value of my contract $69. I got 1 year contracts. 1 year. 800 calls for September 19th. And right now, that's not looking so great. That is not looking good. This shit looks like it's about to go back to 280s. For real. Back to 280s, man. Should I just take puts, counter puts on this? On Adobe? Maybe I should take a puts on Adobe, man, for 280s, right? Or something. Either 280s or 344s, but how much is it worth? 280 puts are September 18th. I've been planning on getting like 20 Apex accounts, to be honest. Thinking about it. The calls are playing right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back up here. Damn, man. 556 calls then. You're still in? Jesus. Damn, dude. What the fuck? That's funny. This area, man, looks nice. It would be unfortunate, but maybe 556 calls right now. Time to buy, man. Time to buy, buy, buy. 556 calls, right? 557 in the money, 2.6 per contract. And they are worth not enough funds. What? All right, I'm in longs here on 265 calls or 557 calls on SPY. Gotta trust the thesis once in a while, you know? I want to see it here. Back to 560s maybe? Come on, bastards. I gotta make money so that I can pay for my fiance's like makeup and shit. That's the truth, man. I gotta do it for the makeup. Do it for the fiance. I use Wealth Simple, man. Wealth Simple. But it's not so simple. SPY can go. Yeah. Let's go, SPY. Show me the sauce, my friend. So show me the sauce. Right above that. That would be nice, right? Let's look at the 45-minute chart here for me. We don't have any gaps to the downside other than 335s. There's a gap down here at 335s, which is kind of concerning, right? So maybe I have the wrong bias here still. Yeah, dude, I'm in the wrong bias, bro. This is a wrong bias. We got our mindset wrong here. And there's a possibility that this might be the wrong mindset here. I've been thinking about Quest Trade. I want to jump back in on Quest Trade. They started doing free commission dollars. Are you from Canada? No, you're from the U.S., aren't you? Could have sworn, yeah. You're from the U.S. You see, like this is already kind of like like they are. This is in respect right now. This is currently respected, right? The 15-minute chart. Bias wise, the 45-minute chart also rejected the highs. That to me seems bearish. Still, I might actually buy puts now. I'm gonna buy puts. I think we're gonna come back down to potentially 553s here. 553 puts. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna cost me like 85 cents, but it should be $1 by then. More than $1. Maybe in the money. In the money puts. 557. Buy put here. Ain't no time for any of this. Taking too long to break here, you know? Way too long to break. I am right now in a SPY put for 556. And I expect price to completely break out the lows here. Run for maybe 400s. I'd say 400s would be a good area. And that's it. I'm not going to think twice here. My stop loss is going to be just right here. I'll put my stops right here. This range is already respected. All right, bears. This week? Uh, choppy. Super choppy. I'm just gonna follow the strategy, bro. The strategy is here. Markets and for myself, probably pretty mid to be honest with you. Definitely mid. Like a little bit burnt out from blowing up accounts. That's all there is to it. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Yeah. Mainly burned out from just blowing up XFAs left and right. Having too many biases, jumping left and right, thinking up and down. Like, I don't know, man. That's a really good question, actually. Sometimes I don't know. I feel hot. That's what I do. I feel hot. But yeah, they're playing games today, man. I just really think that the market's gonna go crazy today somewhere. But you know, maybe my calls are playing now. This is actually a mistake that I made for myself. I'm already anticipating that we run like 564s today, so like I don't know why I'm doubting myself. considering that like I've done the studies. Yeah. Why am I doubting myself, you know? Look, we just disrespected the stop loss here too. But I definitely have doubts of myself right now. So I'm gonna try like 562 calls maybe. That's a very strong buyer in my opinion. I might just not look back now. Notion? I've heard of it, yeah. Yeah. Journaling? I do journal a lot, bro. I journal so much, it's crazy. I always sit down and look at everything that I did and what did I do wrong and what did I do right, stuff like that. Nice pass, man. Congrats. Congratulations. Improvements? We just went red to green there on this candle. So let's take a look. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's see what I got. What you got going? A 30-minute time frame? Larger time frame? How many trades did you take though? Two contracts on NQ. And then one on ES. Kind of hard to give feedback when you only took two trades. I actually don't even know. Oh, on the Notion. Yeah. And my place is hot. My place is getting like heated. Getting super hot. Performance PDF. Oh yeah. What is this? Just downloaded a link. I just clicked it without thinking. It's too late. um this is just an evaluation though, so it's not really I always like that you have like good consistent size though. But yeah, I gotcha. R.I.P. bro. Fucking clicked on a link, I'm doomed. Shit. Too much commission, man. $41. Yeah. Um, let's take a look. hmm, this might be it. If it breaks this high, that close. I'd be stupid not to take longs here, man. That's the problem here. I'd be stupid not to take longs. But I'd also be not very smart if I screwed up my entry. Just looking at the trade though that you made. Just a fucking classic breakout. Do you think it'll reject? Nah, this is a really like this is definitely a prime setup for me. I don't know why I'm hesitating, honestly. It's just I don't really doubt it, you know? Like this is a triple bottom. I've seen the retrace, I've seen the pullback, I've seen the grab for liquidity from the lows, I've seen the stop loss. It's all presenting itself right now for a breakout. But it's just that the bearish market conditions has made me afraid. I'm a little bit afraid. But why am I being afraid when I have a thesis for this, right? That's the problem. I have the thesis already implemented. Hell yeah, you know what? This is gonna pay. I'm gonna fucking do it, man. I just have to hold it. I just can't be a chicken today. It's gonna pay. This will pay. And I'm not gonna doubt that. I'm a very centralized trader here. This is definitely gonna pay. 560s. I'm expecting a target of 562s. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna hold on to this today. Whether it be all day or not, I have to hold it to 562s. So 562s is a target. This is a TP. Sure, over 560s. I'm gonna let the market do its thing. So that's good for me. And your trades, by the way, are incredible. Incredible. Yes. ATR is there. It should spike. just playing some algorithms right now. It says that you bought it at 928. Like here? You bought it right here? 928. How'd you get an entry for 5584 when it's right here? What the fuck? At 928. It says 5584. It's up here. Okay. All right then. And then you sold it at 940 at 597. It says that you entered right here at this time. 5584 at right here. What the fuck? But your exit was 5597. Not bad. Yo, I just realized something on ESA. Thanks, man. This one right here, if we break over that, this is flying, dude. If we close above that, this is flying. This is gonna autofill straight to 562s here. That's good to see. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. We close above that, we're going to autofill right here above 560s for sure. I'm gonna try to hold for a nice move here while the IV is still solid in the markets. I want to sell at 218s maybe. 928 central. Oh, so 1028. Okay, sorry. I'm tripping out, guys. 1028. I was so confused, man. I was like, what? How's it even possible? That's good, man. Yeah, good, solid, very solid ES trade. All right, we broke above it, by the way. I love that trade right now. This right here just did a double fill on me. So basically, we came down, retested the low, we broke back inside the gap, then we literally measured up and just broke above the gap. So this is a inverse trap in play at the moment, and we're making higher highs on the market. So I do expect it to sweep here for NQ and ES. I'm gonna hold on to that because this has been a thesis that I developed for myself on days like this, a bullish trend where like we kind of like consolidate here before we start going crazy. It's gonna be slow though, but I think it'll be like that. I think it's gonna be by like 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna hold this by 12 o'clock, even though my premiums might go to hell. Yeah, you're good, man. I think you're good. Now the trade for 19492.25 is what's that one? 1942. And that was at 10:15, right? Yeah, I think you and I got screwed on that. I'll be honest with you. I think we both jumped in prematurely because this is the risk profile at the end of the day, right? You take in the fact that this is a lot of risk that we're tacking on here. 50 points of risk, right? I think that's where our mistake is, and I think that's my problem that I always do for myself. For example, I would get in a long position here, and my risk overall would be literally 127 points. That's a fucking terrible amount of risk, right? That's a terrible amount of risk. Now, I always like to look at the lowest point available, and right now this is a climbing steady pattern. This right here is the risk profile for me on the longs at the moment. This is the risk. I'm risking basically just blowing up my my profits for the week on this move, but I'm expecting it to break out. So, and the secondary amount of risk is this. So we got one risk profile at 125s, and the next risk profile is at 200 points, and then the next one after this is literally 300 points. So I think we made a mistake with this mistake right here, this trade particularly, because that's a hefty amount of risk that we put in. But the whole time is good. Your stop loss was, where was that? Your stop was at 461.50s. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at your trades. I was reviewing it. I was looking at your trades. Yeah. Fucking toaster today, man. About to go crazy, man, with these market makers, man. But I think we break out. Yeah, sure, you can call me. Yeah, go for it, man. You can just join the chat, the voice chat. I have a voice chat. Just use VC. You're playing Brawlhalla. You have a game open, Brawlhalla. Yeah, okay, no worries. I'm holding my longs. I am gonna hold my longs here. We ran the stop losses. We didn't flush after we ran the stop losses, which tells me we're gonna go higher. And now we broke out one more range. We kind of double topped here where the sellers were, but that to me kind of tells me that we're definitely in a bullish sentiment at the moment still, because they ran the stop losses, but they didn't sell it right away. They tried to sell it, they tried to take over, but they couldn't. So I think this is a little area that I'm interested in for sure on the breakout today. I have a solid thesis, bro. I have to follow my thesis. I have a solid thesis. Trust the process, you know what they say? Right now we're already at 1.82 on the day. We should be hitting at least 2.34%, which is the 562 mark, man. If your longing is 50% of this last impulse candle. Yeah. I'm looking at like the bigger picture on this thesis. That's why. The bigger picture at the end of the day is you know, a 2.24% move, and it's off of like one of the most fundamental 23% levels, right? 23.6 fib levels on the daily. And last time we had that, we had very strong moves on this day. And even when we bottom ticked it, just barely touched it, we went ham, right? Last time we touched it, we went ham, bro. And then the other time we bought it, the next day it went ham, right? We got those nice measured moves from close all the way up to the highs, 3.12%, from the lows to the highs, about 2.62%, right? And then the lows to the highs here, 4.61%. So yeah, it's bank level, man. This is definitely a really high probability move off of the 23% level, and we're gonna print at least 2.62%, at least, or even 2.3, since the market is a little bit more bearish. But this is there, man. Bank level is there, and FOMC low and high is right here. So it's a good retest level off of a Fibonacci level, and I think a lot of buyers are interested. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Right, we're already breaking above the prior candle close here. If we continue to move here in the direction of 560s, I think we're going to easily come out to the close of 560s here. This is definitely a resistance though at this price, but if we close over 559.43s or even go above it right now, we're going to run straight to 560s, straight to 560.59s, and that's what I'm hoping for here. 560.59s of some sort. There's also a gap right here, and this is the gap close. So many fucking, there's so many factors here today. It's all aligning right now with what my my processes are, right? And I don't want to go against my process because I already did that today. Take in, wake up, and profit. I've already done that. Like literally 3 times, and I already lost money, right? I literally lost like $100 today, $120 based on that. Yeah, dude. It's just every time like I see these fib levels, I just have to trust the process, and I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it run and do its thing, and I'm gonna make a lot off of it, and my fiance will be happy. So I gotta trust my process once in a while, So we just broke on the gap here. You see that? We just broke the prior high. And right now we're getting some volume, right? That's a nice volume. I would like to see NASDAQ break above that. We do break above it on NASDAQ, we're gonna run. I can see it already. See, like we already broke off of prime level. Holy shit, bro. Yo. Yo, tell me I didn't fucking call that, eh? Yo, tell me I didn't fucking call that, eh? Like today is gonna be at 2.3%, man. I have five. Like I have a.
You actually called it. Not gonna lie. Like you called it yesterday when it didn't even pump yet. Like it was like at 0%. Like after hours.
Yeah, dude, it was right after you said 550s, and I was looking at it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why did it bounce there? And then
because I noticed like like I was watching it, right?
Yeah.
It literally the moment it hit 550, it bounced up.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's the support right there.
I honestly like I was shocked, man, when I was like so convinced on the puts there, and then I got crushed, and I was like, oh, okay. Right off the 550 went ham, dude.
You know how I bought like Robinhood calls yesterday?
Yeah, they went ham, dude.
My strike was 38, right?
Yeah, you're in the money
I
right
bought
now.
it for 20 cents each.
How much are they now?
Bro, like it's like 100 right now, like $1. So
that's crazy, dude. That's like 5x.
500x.
Yeah, That's 5x, man. That's crazy.
Bro, I just sold like half of it now.
That's good. I just sold some on that pump as well, actually. But I think today might be a runner, bro. Like at least 562 SPY. Like I'm thinking between 561, 562s today. But
today's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know how like I keep averaging down on my Robinhood calls. I mean my stocks.
Yeah.
I have like 150 shares. So every time it goes up by $1.
On Robinhood? On Robinhood? Nice,
yeah.
Man.
And I'm gonna before we close, I'm gonna sell a covered call. So even if it go down. There you go. Don't keep your calls. I sold my calls though, like my SPY. I low-key got scared. Now I'm just holding my Robinhood.
Yeah, I low-key got scared too. I jumped in and out like multiple times. I kind of chopped myself up. But then I started looking at it and I was like, you know what? I need to fucking trust it because honestly, like
bro, today's a 2% day.
It's a 2% day. Yeah, it's gonna come out. It already broke above like a prime level, but I don't know how much further they're gonna run it.
Bro, but they're gonna do like some bull traps.
Yeah.
They're gonna fake you out.
Yeah, they are. I hope they do because that's a good entry, right? I want them to fake it out. Yeah. The range is kind of like tight too. Are you working today?
I'm working right now. I work from home.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm literally trading while working.
I'm dead, bro. Wait, do you have to call people?
No, I don't have to talk to anyone.
So you just chill at home, and then what do you do? Like, well, what is it?
Well, I do operations. So wealth management. Someone has if they need to make changes on their account, like I'm gonna have to process that. If someone close their account. So there's financial planners, right? Like investment advisors.
Yeah.
If they need anything changed to their client's account, they can't do anything. They have to come to me and ask me for a request.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm the one who processes it.
And does it take a long time to like process those things, or you just?
It doesn't take a long time. It's just sometimes during busy season, like right now, it's like tax seasons, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people closing their accounts, making changes to their like investment, like RSP. And so I have to be. This is just a lot of like volumes. Like I just have. Yeah. But today's not bad. So I'm like, I have my phone. I look at the market and then I just buy calls and then look at it like in 5 minutes.
I gotta stop with this simple bullshit, bro. I'm getting killed by fees, man.
Bro, I just realized I paid like fucking $800 USD last year.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Yeah, you need that free commission. Did you switch already to IKBR?
Well, I have it like I have it too.
Oh.
I trade there sometimes when I have to do like because for some reason Wealth Simple doesn't allow you to sell options without having the stock.
Oh.
But on IBKR they allow you as long as you let's say you have a call that's like 550 strike. As long as you have a call, you can sell any options too. Like you can hedge it,
I didn't.
so you can buy and sell.
You can do that on IKBR.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
but
can't
they
do it
don't
on
allow
Wealth
you on
Simple.
Wealth Simple.
You
Yeah,
can't do it.
Wealth Simple you can only sell if you have if you have 100 stock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because I've been trying to I've been trying to like do that hedging stuff, but it's like I just don't get it, man. It's just like I suck at it.
So it's like let's say SPY, right?
Yeah,
Let's say you buy 550 strike.
550 strikes.
So
Okay.
that means you want it to be above 550, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But then you can also sell 560 of SPY. So that means you want it to be below 560. So if you
Oh.
buy 550 and you sell 560, in order to maximize your profit, you want it to be in those range between 550 over 550, but also below 560. So your max profit will be like 559.
What if it goes above that?
If it goes above that, then you is like you still make money because you have the 550 calls, right?
Oh, so just break even
But
then.
you won't. It limits your profit because now the 560 that you sold will also go up in value.
Oh, I see.
So you're only technically profiting the $10.
But still, profit is
But
profit based on
yeah,
the
but
yeah
but like it's good because let's say SPY is gonna go up, right?
yeah.
But you don't think it's gonna go up by that much. So you can buy and then sell too. So you get to keep the premium from selling the 560, but you're still making money if it goes above 550.
Do you ever get burned on it?
Well, yeah, if well, not exactly because it's like a hedge, right?
Yeah.
Let's say SPY goes below like 550.
Yeah.
So you're the option that you
Sold.
bought like for 550
Yeah.
is worthless, right?
Yeah, but the 60s.
But because you sold the 560, you get to keep the premium from the 560.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
so it's like hedging.
Is the premium is the premium from the 560 like when you sell
It's
it
yours.
like more than the 550 usually or
No.
oh
Well, it's out of the money, right?
yeah
560 will be out of the money.
oh I
So
see.
that means it's less.
Do you have to let it expire?
Not really. Let's say you can let's say you sold it, right?
Yeah.
Say you paid $300 for it, and then it went down in value because SPY went down. Like let's say from 300 it went to 100. If you wanna get out of the position, you can just pay the 100.
Oh, I see. All right.
You basically buy the same contract back. So you sold it for 300, and then you're buying it back for 100. So you're like you don't have to like.
So you can basically scalp the sold contracts too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. Actually, that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do if I want to limit my risk. Let's say I buy a lot of SPY calls, I also sell it. So if everything goes wrong, if SPY dumps, at least I get to keep the premium from the one I sold.
That's fair. That's
But
proper.
it also limits your gain, right? If it went parabolic, it goes above 560, you're not gonna make money. If you above like if it goes above 560, you're not gonna make much.
But you're still hedged, so you're good.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Basically, if you have a 550 and you sold 560, if it goes above 560, your gains will only be up until when it goes to 560. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does. It does.
But yeah, bro, I have to leave now because someone's calling me on Teams.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. All right, take it easy, man. Holy shit. That's crazy, man. Fucking expecting a pullback here. Maybe baseline. But I love that trade. That trade was good, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know what is up with that, man. I just get so excited about like making money. There's no other reason. Like I just love making money, man. That's so funny. I don't like no complications with it or anything like that. Um, Crazy. See, this is just zombie. I'm pretty sure like zombie type of day. I think we're just gonna keep going and going and going and going until end of day here on this breakout. Actually, very very likely. Yeah. It's minimum 2.34% move today, which is inside the range of FOMC before the breakout. So 562 calls would be in the money as well. Yeah. You know what? I'm looking for a pullback so I can jump in another set of contracts. And I'm going to try for 562s, man. 562's target. Just really fucking very likely here. Even 561 calls. I'm going to try that now. So I'm going to cycle it because the premiums are getting decayed over time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy contracts along that premium. All right. So 561 calls now for 1.62s. I'm going to buy 2 contracts of that maybe on any type of dip. And then I'm going to run it. Yeah. So we're rejecting right now 560.59, but we should shove right through that, to be honest with you. Right. So I'm going to go for in longs here. 1.58. I bought 1 contract for for 561s. And I'm just gonna cycle it. So if this one becomes $2, I'm gonna get out and then just keep doing it all the way up, maybe. Alright, so I jumped in a 160 contract. I'm looking at SPY now. I'm expecting 161, 561s here and above, maybe 562s. And I'm going to exit my position. Got some nice liquidity upside too. Basically no orders to the upside, which to me seems like liquidity full. Like they're gonna just create orders here on the way up. Got an order on 19700s as well. I'm gonna wait and just try to add one more here to this contract and let it break out. Okay, so that's the pullback, right? Was expecting that. No. Not a bull trend, yeah. Definitely not a pennant. Definitely not a pennant. That's a classic pullback. Right. Let's see if I can get another runner here into 561s. Double bottom. Yeah, dude. What's up? Sorry about that. I was telling him yesterday to buy calls as well. Yeah, we can talk. What's up? I don't think your mic is working, man. put some headphones on too. Can you hear me? Or am I just like, oh, yeah, just go to user settings. You can go to voice and video, and then you can just do voice activity if you want, or just keep an open mic. You don't have to use push to talk, but push to talk, yeah, go to voice and video, and it'll give you a shortcut saying like if you want to do push to talk or not. But I'm still holding my calls right now. I'm thinking they're gonna run one more time here. 561s above maybe. Would like to sell it for like 220, 230 maybe. Okay, I like the 15-minute doji close above the range here. I think we just push into the next level here. 19,676. I would like to see a squeeze. And now you're just muted both. All right. Spy's popping up.
Yo.
What's up? Nice to hear from you, man.
Okay, I get it. I get it. There we go.
Yo, nice to hear
What's up,
from you.
man?
What's good? What's good? What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Shelton. I
Shelton.
go by
Nice.
Shell.
Shell. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well, bro. It's nice watching a smaller streamer, and so that's why I've been following along with you just your YouTube as of late.
Oh, I see. Is it like what's why is it nice to follow like a smaller streamer? Is it because it's more like
A lot of
personal?
times, are there bigger pages like the other pages that I watch are like Tanya Trades. I was watching Tanya and
Yeah.
watching your page at the same time. So Tanya has like 2,000 people on there one time and like talking to all of them. And then it's like you and your couple people. And so it's just nice to have that interpersonal communication with just other traders.
Oh no, that's fair. That's proper. It's like
But
trading's
yeah,
pretty.
banger of a day, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm just trying to like figure shit out honestly with like everything. So
Now that 460 trade was all you.
yeah,
After you got that after the bank candle.
yeah. I'm still
And you
holding
were
it.
saying that you were gonna go long from there. I just took that long, and I just held it from the news just on.
And that shit just popped, eh?
Well,
Yeah,
not just popped. I was about to say, you see how long it took,
yeah,
but holding it was definitely worth it today.
yeah. Did you do that like on a personal account, like your XFA, or
No, that was I just started a new combine this morning,
yeah?
so I might have been like an hour into the combine and passed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so that was pretty dope. I think that account that I showed you earlier this week,
Mm-hmm.
I actually I over leveraged going in the opposite direction,
Yeah.
and I walked away from my computer, came back to no account.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so at that point, that was just a mistake on my part, not being able to watch and over leveraging at the same time. And so I was able to correct that mistake, took a break, or like took a 1 or 2 day break, and then came back today.
It's nice that you can give yourself like the space and time for usually after like you take a loss on trades and stuff. Because like I'm not that good at it. I wish I could do
So I
better.
guess like the while watching, the thing that I'm watching you do that I had to correct was turning from one position straight into another, just because I just took an L. And so it's like revenge trading
Yeah.
for almost absolutely no reason. And so the way that I've been thinking about just trading as of late is every time I click this button, it's $1,000. Because it can be in almost like 5 minutes if I really wanted to.
It
And who's
literally is.
making like $200 a minute? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's like the process that um like I had one of my friends that I was talking to, and he's like from the same city as me, so like we hang out and stuff. And he was telling me that like I asked him one day. I was like, hey, when is it ever enough for you, right? And he's like, until I'm above $1,000. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like, that's some wild P&L that you want to have, man. Because it's hard to be realistic like that sometimes. Like there are
It
people that can
it's
do
it's
10K
hard to be
days.
realistic, but I guess the way that I think about it is like if I do have a 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
And so at my 9 to 5, even at my 9 to 5, I'm blessed, no
Hmm.
lie. And so like I'm making like 240 a day, right?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Like 240, 260 a day, something like
Yeah.
that. But if somebody on the street were to offer me $200, give me the $200 right now.
Yeah.
And so we're not acting like that in trading though. And so at that point, it's like it's really, really greedy only because you have a skill set that allows you to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you
Yeah, and
mean.
so at that point, it's like whenever we're seeing one and $200, you have to imagine like somebody off the street or like just a random $100 bill is like going down the street, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's $100.
Yeah.
But whenever we see $100 on the chart, we are not acting like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. It's like you don't really understand the digital concept versus like the physical aspect to it. So it's hard to really imagine actually having that $200 on your hands, when you
Right.
when
I
you actually
definitely
see.
agree with that. I think after a while, it starts feeling like a video game.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
actually, it
just one
is.
more level, and I can call it out the next level.
Yeah.
But it's not always sometimes it's just better to take that break, walk away, come back, and be able to do the next level the next day.
Mm.
Maybe it'll be a little bit easier for you. Maybe you don't have as many barriers, so on and so forth. But
Oh,
if you just try to spam just the whole thing at one time, that's whenever you start messing up. And I guess like for me, that's why on day one, I asked you how long do you usually trade? Because I know for me, after about 2 hours, my mental capital is gone. Gone.
gone
As
after
far
two.
as like, clear thinking, what good moves can I get in on?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No, that's
actual trades and not just, scalping back and forth.
mm-hmm.
I can only do that for 2 hours
That's that's
max.
that's true.
Yeah, and so at that point, it's like from 8 to 10, what can I make happen? Because anything after that, I'm probably chasing. From 8 to 10, I probably got the money that I wanted, but now I'm just looking for more because I can,
Mm-hmm.
because the move is continuing. And so at that point, it's like that is the thing that put me in a bad space, just time and time again. So I've been trading since 19.
19
And
what?
that's why like some of the concepts that I'm asking you about, like have you ever seen it? I want to show you dot dot dot. It's only because I've seen a bunch of different things and I didn't have a mentor. I learned everything that I knew off YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so at that point, it was like, how can I put the different things that I've learned and the different psychology that I've learned together to actually be consistently profitable? And so it's not that I haven't seen profits, it's not that I haven't had payouts, but it's about the consistency. I really want to be able to do this full time. And right now, like the way before my sporadic trading would never have let me do that.
No, I get that. That happened to me too. Because my trading before like the past 3 months um was so bad. I had like over like 200 trades clocked, like 50 to 200 trades clocked a day. And I did that for like almost 3 years, man, with prop firms. And I don't know what changed, but now I kind of realize that like you're just gonna really look at other traders that are doing well and see what they're doing that actually works for them and why it's working for them, right? And that's
Yeah,
what I learned.
after actually taking the things, it's like implementing them on your own. And so like copying somebody's strategy really doesn't work.
No, it
And
doesn't.
I thought that whenever people were saying that, it's like, why not? I can
Yeah,
just do what that guy's doing. He's doing great.
yeah.
And it's only because like it's his strategy that is making him do great, if that makes sense.
No, that
If
makes
I were to
sense.
put my own twist on the exact same thing, I could possibly do better than him
Yeah.
or worse, because there's two sides to the spectrum. But um, taking a strategy and then adding your own twist or adding your own understanding is what really makes it yours versus being for somebody else at that point.
Hmm. It's kind of hard to twist a thing that works for you as well because a lot of the times your trades will be. You ever heard of the Dunning Kruger, like Dunning Kruger effect?
No, what's that?
Dunning Kruger effect is like based on having a strong bias towards something that you think is working, but it's not actually. So it's like a delusional concept. And practically, what comes from it is that whatever you know with the markets now, and you're confident about it, you gotta really consider whether it's actually a delusion of like your strategy is a delusion or not. And if it has like the statistics and the implementations behind it with all the fundamentals, then it's not a Dunning Kruger effect. But let's say, for example, some people are very convinced that their strategy works when it doesn't, and it's because like they just believe it in it blindly without ever taking the initiative to do studying for it, and that's like what the Dunning Kruger effect entails.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
definitely agree with that.
yeah,
There's a lot of there's a lot of delusional traders out here. And so even still, that's another reason why I watch your stream.
yeah,
I know that sometimes you're making these mistakes, but it's not that you don't know what you're talking about. It's literally just making a mistake,
yeah,
not having a clear headspace at the time. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. No,
But
I
like
get
your
what you mean.
thought process, like the way that you go about things is correct. And you're only a few small tweaks away from being able to, hold these moves the way that you want to for real.
Yeah,
And so a second ago you were talking about the Dunning-Kruger effect. Um, but the thing that combats that is what you said, statistics and backtesting. If you were to do the backtesting and have the statistic behind your strategy, then at that point, there's no way that I can call myself a fluke.
yeah,
And calling yourself a fluke, one, beating yourself up after a trade, like all of that goes into like your next trade and be your mental capital. You don't have nearly as much mental capital anymore. You're spending it by beating yourself up.
mm,
And then aside from that, if whenever you're beating yourself up and your trade didn't go right, you have less confidence for tomorrow.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
so my saying for wake up and profit is your today is not your tomorrow. Everything can turn around.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. Yeah, I had
Yeah, you just got to give yourself that chance. And so I guess that's what was making me mad with you on like day 1 and 2.
yeah,
That Friday and that Monday, you're
yeah. I
not even
lost
giving
it.
yourself a chance to win.
Yeah, I lost it that day, man. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
I saw you go on full tilt after that one account. Like you were extra excited after having profits on all three. You went World War III trying to get into profit again
yo,
after being down, and then after that, you were excited about being up and went for more. And so at that point, that's when I was asking you to take that walk because you have so much excitement right now. You're able to come into the market tomorrow with the same excitement, with the same confidence. But if you were to damage that, then now am I do I know what I'm talking about? Is my strategy working? I'm blowing account after account. And so at that point you're blowing your mental capital, you're losing your confidence. And so that's why it's worth walking away even with small profits whenever you have them.
that's a fact.
Yeah, bro. And if anything, I think the reason why, or another reason why I just keep coming back is because I see your potential for sure. Like it's really cool to see just somebody small become someone big, and I see that for you if you keep going. Um, Small tweaks. That's all. Small
Yeah,
tweaks. And it's
I
like
already made
even
my
whenever you're
adjustments.
talking about like holding these positions and stuff like that, the reason why I want you to downsize some, and it's only a little bit because you can definitely handle it. Like I've seen you lose 300, lose 6, 700, and come back and win 1,000. You can handle it, but the issue is the one contract on the mini is just too much right now. And if you were to do something like 7 contracts on a micro, you would be doing amazing because you can average out of it. You can average back into it whenever you're winning. And at that point, you're not as scared of holding your positions because you have more wiggle room. That wiggle room with that one contract is not the same as the micros.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
But
even at 5 micros, you would still be doing amazing. Just trade after trade after trade because you have enough space to hold for the position that you know that's going to happen. So that 600 move today, that was your trade. You could have been up 4,000 because you called that. And all I did was take your trade. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The only reason why you got out of the trade is because you were already in profit. price started coming back towards your target, and you didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
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 And that's
That's always the
honest. And
that's
so you
always
wouldn't have been nearly as scared to lose if your risk was cut in half or even a fraction. Even if you do 0.7, that's cutting it by 25%. Even that gives you more than the wiggle room to take that move that you're trying to.
no. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, bro, I believe in you. I see it for sure. And it's like even the few times that you doubted yourself on stream, like as soon as you start doing that, I do my best to, just say something positive back to you. Because
Yeah.
yes, it is easy to beat yourself up after things aren't going right, but it's not that you're wrong. It's not that you're doing bad. It was just something that happens in the market.
Yeah. Yeah. I usually bounce back pretty fast, anyways. Like I just sleep on it. That's usually how it is for me.
I will give you that. I've
Uh-huh.
seen you bounce back after a day or like after a bad day and then just come back the next day like it was nothing. So that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive, pretty admirable.
Yeah.
And
I don't really
just
let
shout
it
out to
affect
you
me.
for that as well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Shelton. Where you from, anyways? Are you from the states or from Canada?
Yeah, I'm originally from Louisiana. I moved here to Texas.
Oh yeah, right.
Um,
Texas. Yeah, right. I think you did
yeah,
say that.
at the
No, a
end of
lot
the
of people are in
year, my goal
Texas.
is to move to Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. And so me and my girlfriend, our dream has always been to travel full time.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, this is what I'm trading for. That has always been my goal. I want to be a full-time trader, full-time traveler.
Full time trader, full time traveler. That's nice, man. Yo,
Hashtag
like
travel and trade.
for me,
Hell
it's the
yeah.
opposite, bro. Like I'm just a at home body, dude. Like I got like I'm a homebody, bro. I love being home. But I don't like I wouldn't like exclude traveling. But I feel like one place I would like to live is probably like Dubai or something. Thinking about Dubai eventually if I ever make it. They have like zero capital
When you
gains.
make it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Um, you say you thought about Dubai. I'm trying to think about a place that I've actually thought about that I want to go. I don't
Dubai's
have a place that I think about. If I ever see a place, I've always just wanted to be able to spin the globe and point at a place and go.
yeah.
And trading is going to allow me to do that. Because imagine what consistency looks like. Imagine being able to have more and more days like today. And today was a slow day. And so if we're able to pull moves like this on a slow day, that's like the potential is only up from here.
Yeah. The reason why it's like moving the way it is because the liquidity is low. Right? The lower the liquidity, usually you get zombie runs. So that's why I'm kind of like thinking about it now.
Are you currently on Discord?
Uh,
Are
yeah,
the or can you pull up my screenshot?
this one. Yeah, I'm looking at it. The one that you just sent recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I just wanted to show you something real quick. Let me know when you have it.
Yeah, I have it. What's up?
All right, so you see where this impulse candle that came in to 460 and went a little bit lower than it
Mm-hmm.
in the green zone, in the green box.
I do see it. Yeah.
All right, so we have this wick here. This pink box is London.
Mm-hmm.
This blue box is Asian.
Mm-hmm.
So off the Asian high and the London high, this wick came into it.
Mm-hmm.
Once this wick came and took the liquidity from both of these highs, we took off. So you were wondering what was going to happen, or if we were going to get that up move, when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was really after this liquidity got taken.
Oh yeah. Let me
And
just
so that was another reason why I took this trade after you said something,
mm-hmm.
because once we got this spike down into this liquidity, you've already taken this from two old sessions. And once these old sessions money is taken, we have to get money from a different session. So
Mm-hmm.
what session can we get it from next? Yesterday's New York session, the yesterday's green box.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, that's why I was saying 9600s, 19600s, because that's where yesterday's New York high was. And if I can target a previous high, that's always going to be the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so from the high of London to the high of yesterday's New York, that was my whole trade. And I didn't even get to take the whole thing because I was going to close out as soon as I passed.
Yeah. No,
But
it was a solid trade.
the boxes on the chart really just show time and price. And so our time, it shows time. And then the thing that I'm looking at is prices.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know are you familiar with quarters theory?
No, I haven't really taken a look at any theories in reality, or to be
Think about
realistic.
in economics, the way that a dollar works
Mm-hmm.
is it's 4 quarters to $1, right?
Yep.
And so in forex, or not forex, but in forex or futures, it works the exact same way. So every quarter, price will move from one quarter to another. And so at that point, let's think about 19500. So it'll move from the 500 level to 19750 to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the opposite direction, 1950, 1925, 1900. And so that's the way that I kind of think about prices on a macro level. And so that's why I always ask you about like going to higher time frames, because you can't see all of those price levels. You can only see the ones in between hundreds, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about 250 ticks or 250 points a piece.
Did you go to school for like economics?
No, bro,
No.
not at all.
Yeah, those are like little like macro fundamentals that like you kind of just don't
Yeah,
learn
I
that.
read
You know what
this.
I mean?
I
You
used
just
to
don't
trade
learn it from
Forex.
reading, usually.
Right. I learned
Yeah.
this. I used to trade Forex. I started off in Forex and then I switched over to futures.
Hmm.
But in Forex, you're able to see the individual prices a lot more often than these big ass prices that NQ and ES has.
Hmm.
It's just a lot smaller. So you're able to see incremental levels of each dollar. And so at that point, it's like whenever we see 19,500, it doesn't actually register to us. That's almost $20,000.
Yeah.
Um, but quarters theory, supply and demand, and then time and price are the couple things that I use to trade just all together.
Hmm.
I would have to actually show you that one on Discord. But for supply and demand, I came up with my own method. It's called the sandwich strategy, the sandwich method. But basically, you want to encapsulate price on both sides, so to the upside and to the downside. And in the middle of that zone, there will be a consolidation level.
Hmm.
Price will go from one large swing level to the second swing level, or and then pause in the middle, right?
Hmm.
And so whenever you're asking me about holding, or I'm too scared to hold, why can't I hold even longer? It's only because you're not framing where price is and where it can possibly go and where the middle is. And so it's like if I know consolidation is going to happen in the middle, I have to hold for that.
Hmm.
But if I don't know that I'm in the middle right now, then I'm possibly gonna go ahead and close it because I feel like it can come back on me when actually it's just consolidating at the moment.
Hmm.
So for an example, we can look at okay, this is a great example actually. So if I just wanted to frame what's on the screen in this report that I sent, I would go from the 19400 level, which is where if you go all the way to the left side where the trading view symbol is, that's where a wick is, a second wick, a third wick, a fourth wick. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So you're consistently closing at this one area. So this is now a demand zone, the whole damn thing. So you would stretch it from the doji candle above the trading view symbol all the way across the screen. So all of that is one zone. And then your consolidation area would be uh I can't tell if you would know or if you can tell what this one is, but to the left, or we're at the trading view symbol again. At the bottom, there's a higher low in yellow.
Where's that? Where's
So let me see something. Hold on. Um
Shit's just flying, man, today.
Can I share screen on Discord?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Take a look. Yeah, what are we looking at?
Wait, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is gonna be difficult because I still have to push the talk and be on a different window.
Mm.
Let me try this.
Second TP just hit. Buy.
Okay, I'll draw and then I'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second.
This thing's just spiking now. Well, this is what you do? I see what you mean. Yeah. No, I get it, bro. This is
Okay, so on the chart now we have both supply and demand, and then the consolidation area just somewhere in the middle.
mm.
And so whenever price comes into this demand, first let me show you why I drew it the way that I did. So at the bottom you have these wicks, and even if you were to go into a smaller time frame, that's an order block
Mm.
on a small time frame, all the way to the left.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I drew it from the order block or where consistent touches were straight across. And then at the top, the exact same thing. Hold on.
So you kind of just like kind of like wing the supply and demand areas, right? A little bit. Like you don't size it to the candle to, like from wick to wick. You just kind of like
I'll use
put it within a
body to
range.
body more than wick to wick.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
The wick, it was just price action to fake you out,
Yeah.
but the body is where the price actually closed or where price actually opened. So that is more telling to me than what the wick actually does.
I see. I usually do body to body as well, but I do that on like the 5 or 15 minute time frame. Like for example, when the price came in to basically retest the bodies on the 13th, right? Like they would retest the level or the wicks. Yeah, it's something similar to what I do actually. Just mental. I do something like that mentally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one's
I think yeah, mentally I can't keep up with it, but visually this definitely helps.
yeah.
And then if you take your time and like tailor the prices, let me see. Hold on.
I used to do that though, where I used to draw it out and everything, but I found that like because I did that, the it became too broad for me to like be trading within that range. So I always use like smaller time frames to determine it, and then I primarily use just like weekly and daily levels for it to determine like where it's actually going, rather than like looking at the range because I don't know what it is with it. It's just but it is like it does give you like a clear idea of like where the direction of the market is going to go based on your supply and demand zones.
Right. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
guess even after that to tailor it to those levels that I was telling you about a second ago.
Mm,
So there's quarters theory and then there's psychological levels in the market.
yeah.
And that's why I'm always talking about bank entries and exits.
Mm,
Banks enter trades at the 200. Banks exit their trades at the 800. But price has to go to a whole number before going to another. Before going to another one. And so I always think about whole numbers. So if I'm at 460, I can at least get to 500.
Yeah.
If I'm at 460, I can at least get back to 400 if I'm on going to the downside.
Yeah.
Because price has to clear a whole number before going to something else or before consolidating and then moving in a separate direction. Um, and so I always think about like where I am as far as the price number
Mm.
or like, you know, the actual price level, and then try to base like where I can go from there. So anytime that you're at a 500, price will almost always either take profit or consolidate. And so if I know that, I can kind of base where I am to where I'm trying to go. And so if I'm already at the 460, I know I can get back to 500. If I'm at 500, I can probably get to 600 or I can get to 1975 the next quarter. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how I think about it or how I frame things. And I guess I'm just sharing just in case, I don't know, that you can pick up on something that you can use yourself.
Would have to like really dive deeper into like more of the technical knowledge, right? Because usually, you know, sometimes like this is like what it is, right? I think it's called um like a it's not a specific strategy or anything like that. It's called trader it's like you have your own trading strategy and everything, and then in your mind you can see exactly all the smaller details to like what you're looking for in your charts, and sometimes it's really hard for people to pick it up when it's very like macro level like that, you know. So it's like based on charts, like with the experience of like seeing that chart multiple times and seeing what you're seeing. You know what I mean? Like your point of view on this is much deeper, and it's like for me, like when I look at it, I can't exactly put my finger on it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because like I understand what you're saying with just like the supply and demand zones and everything, and in terms of like the currency theories and such. But I don't really understand it too much because I haven't studied it enough. But I can
Yeah,
understand.
definitely. This
You know what
is
I mean? You know what I mean? It's like it's
yeah,
very
just
macro.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
All right, like you said, this is a time or like, you know, just hours and time just trying to build this for myself.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
again, I was taking a bunch of strategies from just different people on YouTube, and
Hmm.
supply and demand made the most sense to me.
Yeah.
And then
It's like you would have
outside
to
of
explain
that,
it. You would have to explain it to me like I'm like a fucking baby or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is a high level. Yeah, this is just
Yeah.
an overview of the thing that's going on. I could take my time and break it down for you.
Yeah.
This was just
It's just a lot of time.
trying to
Yeah.
yeah, just trying to
Yeah.
show you something else.
Yeah. But I mean, like I get the concept. It's actually it's pretty neat.
And
Um.
then here I turned the timings is from ICT.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I stole that from ICT and incorporated that with supply and demand.
Yeah.
And so if you look at the bottom demand zone,
Hmm.
that wick hit right on that mid level of the order block,
Yeah.
and then it took off.
Yeah. I
And
saw
so
that.
at that point, I could have even used that for confluence to go
Yeah.
back to the upside.
Have you ever like used a different time frame other than what you have now? Like have you back tested ICT strategy?
N-
No?
I don't trade ICT if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I
I
know.
like I said, I picked up a little bit of something from a little bit of everywhere,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not like I trade just one thing if that makes sense.
I
It's
see.
mostly just supply and demand,
But
time and
you
price.
haven't tried like the back testing of his like actual strategy, right? With like ICT and stuff.
No.
Really?
I don't even know all of the concepts in order to do something like that,
Yeah.
honestly.
So with that gap,
Yeah, breaker
with that
structure, higher lows, higher highs, um, the market structure shifts, like all of those make sense and they're all concepts,
Mhm.
you know, that you should know in trading. And it just so happens to be a part of his strategy as well. But it's not like I tried to sit there and learn his whole mentorship or anything like that.
Yeah. Let me give you some enlightenment on the 30-minute chart for his like ICT concepts, because I studied like the ICT concept from like the hourly, and I back tested from hourly all the way down to 1 minute, about like 6 months of data, right? And the 30-minute actually has the lowest The lowest, surprisingly, like the 30 minute, the 1 hour, the 2 hour actually have the lowest win rates on ICT strategies, and the highest win rates are 5 minute, 15 minute, and 45 minute. And
Yeah,
sometimes,
even in whenever you watch like some of his beginning videos, he
yeah,
always says that he's a lower time frame trader. I
yeah,
came from trading the 4 hour.
yeah,
Yeah, the people that I learned from initially were fundamental traders, and
mm-hmm.
so they were basing their biases and ideas off the weekly and daily,
Mm-hmm.
and then trading from the 4 hour. And so to see anybody on the 15 minute and lower, or like, 5, 15, 1, like that, or I'm taking entries off my 15 from the 1 hour.
From the 1 hour. I see.
Right.
Yeah, I take my
Right. And so
entries
at that
off
point, it's
of.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
my
chopped up in the
or
1 minute.
whenever you asking me for feedback earlier this week, I
Yeah,
was just telling you that sometimes you're blindsided by um
smaller time frame.
the
Yeah.
smaller time frames, and you're not holding because you don't see the larger target because you didn't really have a large target on your screen. And so I know that you do have the 15-minute on the opposite side, but imagine if you were looking for a 1 hour target versus a 15-minute
No, no,
target
I do,
or
I
like a
do.
5 minute target.
I have another chart on another screen.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I use 45 primarily because it runs off my strategy. I look at 45 and I determine the bias based on the gaps with the ICTs and stuff because it has like a 74% statistical win rate on it. So that's why like I use the primarily the 45 versus 30 versus 15, and I use the 5 and the 15 as entry criteria. But the one
Ah,
minute,
okay, okay,
but the
okay.
1 minute, sometimes I do fall victim to it. I'll be honest with you with that. I definitely fall victim to the 1 minute because I was even talking to my friend like about like a month back, and I was talking to him. I was like, I'm so fucking tired of using 1 minute and 3 minute, and I still am a
Yeah, for
victim to
me,
it
I
today,
think
bro.
that's whenever I was seeing me make the most mistakes and getting chopped up the most whenever I
Yeah,
was on
1 minute.
the 1 minute.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I always like jump in and I'm like, ah, shit, like screw this, man. Like, but I got trapped a couple times on 5 minute before too, because like sometimes it's not gonna. If like for example, if you see more wicks on the 5 minute and the 15 minute, and there's a lot of wicks, and even on like the 45 minute or the 30 minute or the hourly, sometimes you'll actually see more wicks on it, and it's like that will tell you like what the range is and everything, but you won't see the depth of it without looking at the 1 minute to get an entry in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do get
Yeah,
what you mean. It does make
yeah.
sense
Have you seen
because
that
you would
before?
have never saw any of those the patterns or
Nothing.
the fair value gaps or anything like that that would have formed on a
Yeah,
small time frame if you were on the larger one. You just see the wick.
yeah. You've seen it. Okay, so you get that. Yeah. So sometimes you have to like dive deep, um, but sometimes that can also be considered as like a no trade day. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. If it's wiki on the like if there's lots of wicks on the larger time frames, it's usually a no trade day because institutions are battling it out within that range, and you'll usually get cut by larger like ATR moves like that go like up to like 30 points or 50 points in a small range.
Do you ever trade slower markets?
With no, no, I don't touch slow markets at all because I
Oh,
felt
not the session, but like literally just slower markets. So like NQ and ES are really fast markets. They move quickly.
yeah.
And so like we got this 400-point move today. I was just asking like, do you trade slower markets like crude oil, like maybe any of
Oh
the currencies, that type
no,
thing?
I don't touch those because it's like out of my expertise. I haven't like I have to really like find a strategy that works with that before even trying to trade it because it seems that like every time I do trade it, I'll end up getting hurt by it the most because the spreads are usually pretty big. I'm not really good at
Okay, I
trading
see what you
spreads.
mean.
You know what I mean? Like the spreads.
Yeah.
It's not even about like the actual trading. It's just the spreads, man. They always catch me off guard. And the accounts don't really give you like if you have like the 50K account instead of like the 150K account, it's like um you don't really get to like have like spreads as an option on a 50K account because the drawdown is so small to start with.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So I
Do
kind of
you
avoid it.
do you ever are you ever planning on getting a 100 or 150K account?
I have, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, like sometimes I think of it like this too. If I get the 150K account, I'll have like $4,500 of drawdown, right? But then my mentality goes out the window with it because I kind of like fool myself into believing that I have more drawdown than, you know what I mean? Like you kind of you got to I try to like keep myself within a smaller tight drawdown level because sometimes I'll think that I have a lot more space in my trade, and the cushion effect with trading is the hardest one actually. Sometimes you'll get chopped up because, for example, if you use micros with like NQ or ES, you'll think to yourself that you have a lot more drawdown available to you, and
when
you'll have
that's
a
not
lot more
actually
risk.
the case.
And it's not actually the case. Yeah, so that's why, like, when you're talking about like decreasing my size and everything, I love the thought that I can like I do love the thought that I want to do that, but I find that like there's more risk, like not risk, more management that I have to deal with using like 3 micros, right? Because my mind, every time I take 3 micros, I'm thinking to myself, is this like the right amount of risk that I'm putting in my trade? Like my drawdown's like pretty big, but like my risk is like $300 with 3 micros. Is that right? It's the structure. It's just not there for me, and I end up finding myself over trading with micros versus minis. With micros, I had like clocked in probably 50 plus trades. I'm going back to like my habits, but with minis, I'm kind of like staying under 1 to 5 usually, and that's how it goes.
Is it because you have a profit target that you're trying to reach daily?
No, I don't have a profit target. I just kind of like go with the market and I try to like trade less. That's all there really is to it. If I can manage to nail a really big trade out of one contract on one trade, then I'll be happy to have a bit of a bigger stop loss to achieve that. But usually I don't really have a profit target, no. If I could make like $2,000 a day, I would, but I just know that it's kind of realistic and not realistic at the same time, right? Because I
I
want to
guess
spend
the reason why I asked is because you were saying that you're over trading whenever you're using
micros, yeah,
yeah, the micros. But I feel like it's because you're looking for
higher
a certain
P&L.
profit
Yep.
before you walk away for the day.
Yeah, yeah. It's the P&L. It's like sometimes I'll look at the P&L of like my micros, like my 3 micros. It'll be up like 200, maybe $220. But then I'm kind of like thinking, why don't I, let my trade play out a little bit? And then every single time I end up just coming back to break even. And then basically from there, it's like, okay, fuck, like I could have just taken profit there, but instead it came back to break even. And then I end up taking more trades because it's like in my mind now, I'm thinking, man, I'm only using micros. I probably could tack on another trade here and there. And it's like that repetitive style, you know what I mean? Of
Yeah, I
hitting,
think it does sound like it's because you're looking for profits, not
yeah,
process,
yeah,
if that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's
so
why,
I'm
that's why,
talking about process, and your process is good, but it can be better if you were to size down some. But yes, that definitely does cut into your profits. But the thing that you win on the most is um confidence, is your strategy working time and time again versus having to rethink it.
yeah.
So no, you don't get nearly as many profits, but your process is strengthened just over and over and over. And I think that that was the thing that you were looking for um,
But I feel like the
whenever you were saying
implementation,
that I'm tired of making these same mistakes. I don't want to keep ending up with just blown accounts, and turning down your size. Um, will allow you to get that process together, will allow you to get that confidence so that you know that your strategy works. And then you turn yourself back up with, just the confidence and the minis again afterwards. But if you do it too early, that's whenever you're second guessing yourself, not knowing if you know what you're talking about, not knowing,
I don't think it's
just
about
psychology
profits though.
mistakes.
Like, I feel like profits is a factor to it. Like it's definitely a factor, right? But it's like if you had your process already correct from that beginning of the trade, and the profit is based on your strategy, right? You're trying to make a certain amount with that trade, and let's say you're up like $200 with 3 micros. That's like, it's about $70 a contract, right? That's like $700 on a mini, and that's the process of your trade. Your trade is already accustomed to the one mini, right? So like if I'm already up like $200, I should be up like probably $700 in the trade with one mini. So that's the thing, right? Is that micros is not, it's not about the concept of money. It's for me. It's just that it is the concept of money. The micros doesn't pay enough for my strategies. And I feel like I have more FOMO and I want to make more because it's like, my strategy already played out. I already made the amount that I wanted to make, but it wasn't, enough. So I ended up taking more
No, I
trades.
definitely get what you mean.
Yeah, like
And
you get what I mean, right? Like there's definitely implementations behind it, like with the mini versus the micros, and some people aren't happy with the profits that they have, and it's gonna be like something that
that's what it
lingers, right?
is. And I guess that's what it keeps coming down to. Even
Yeah,
if you like, let's say you were to get this move that I got today, the 380 ticks, but you decided to use a micro. No, it's not $4,000. No, it's
no,
not $3,000. Maybe it might have been 300.
yeah,
But again, my process, my I'm sharpening my iron for tomorrow. And so no, I didn't make nearly as much as I wanted to or could have today. And you're always going to think about what you could have made, which is what makes us go back into the market, or it makes us, just go for more whenever we already have profits. It's greed, quite honestly. And the name of the game in trading is compounding, not trying to make swingers and bangers just every day. Some days it's going to happen, but consistency is the name of the game. And so even on our first day, I was asking you what would $100 a day for the 20 days of trading that we have per month look like? That's $2,000. And so like even if you were to turn yourself up and let's say you make $400 a day, that's like $6,000. Or you're closing in on 10K a month. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still not making swingers, bangers of $2,000 a day. All I did was make $500 for 20 days. That's 10K.
yeah,
I'm not making 10K right now. You know what
no,
I mean? And
yeah.
so it's like base hits. The compounding is the thing that makes the most sense. And it's like even whenever we've been swinging for the fences in the past, how far has that gotten for us? As of now, you've gotten that huge payout maybe once, maybe twice. But as far as consistency, we're blowing the counts. Something isn't working. And the something that isn't working is ironing that process out. And that's why I keep talking about the micros is because
No, it
whenever
started
my
working for me
mentor
this
brings it
year.
to me, it's like iron the process, you'll make the money later. The money is gonna come, but if you have the process, you're good to go.
I started working on my processes like a lot better this year. Like I've already been applicable multiple times. It's just I don't really like take a payout when I need to, right? Because I'm trying to aim for something more than just taking a payout.
Right.
Yeah,
The
so
greed again.
that's, I mean, like, it's not really that. It's just I'd rather build a cushion for myself. So I kind of stick my account. Saying, for example, if I'm up like $2,000 on my account, I can definitely take a payout. And my problem is that it's like not this time. It's like my problem. It's more like my next goal is not to look for a profit and actually just try to like grow my account. And that's it. But through the compounding method that you're talking about, I actually got rid of that habit like just this year, right? And I haven't really thought about taking payouts as aggressively that I used to do back then, and that was not helping me. But now it's like I've worked on delaying my gratification, right? And I don't really want to like just take a payout just because I have the opportunity to, right? I want to take a payout when I feel comfortable about it. And that's like what I'm aiming for in terms of my processes. So I definitely changed already, like with how I think about taking payouts and stuff and having to make money. It's just now I'm actually just working on my methodologies. I don't even think about it like that anymore. I used to a little
What's
bit.
what's that message that you have to display before you stream on YouTube? This is not financial advice. This
Yeah.
is just a few helpful tips that I do have,
Yeah.
just period. But every trader is different. Everybody has their own edge. And so really just take the things that you can,
Yeah.
take the things that actually make sense to you and move
Hmm.
forward with that.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, bro, but great week. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You passed like 2 accounts.
Yeah, I
You're up
passed
at the
two.
end of the week.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What about you, man? How's your trading going?
I actually lost that account earlier this week. And like I was telling you earlier, I was really mad at myself because again, my goal is just to take payouts, just
Hmm.
consistent payouts. And I don't need swing for the fences like I was telling you. I'm
Yeah.
really just trying to make consistent money I'm trying to get to that 10K a month, just a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And so if I'm able to get this 500, that's one trade, and I could walk away, have for the rest of my day to myself. I don't want to be on the charts all day.
No, that's so true with me, man. And that's funny that like it's nice that you have that for yourself and that you want to like leave right at the charts, like right after like maybe 2 or 3 hours of trading. That's actually how you're supposed to do it, anyways. I came with that conclusion like last in like January or something that I'm so tired of like sitting in front of the screen for like 8 hours trading until 4 p.m. because that's not like what freedom is supposed to be about, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And so it's really like, can I be patient enough to take my time and wait on the move, let it come to me,
yeah,
take that move, and then walk away?
that's exactly
And
right.
walking away just every day, it feels amazing because I did what I needed to, and now what else can I do with my day?
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm bored because I did what I needed to in 5 minutes. The move happened right quick. And now what else can I possibly do with the day?
nothing.
And so that's why I was telling you, like,
Just go out,
get
man.
poker or something.
Go poker. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go play poker or something,
Nah, dude, I
go
don't
online.
gamble like that. Do you play poker? Do you play poker?
Just online, bro.
Online poker,
And it's
yeah.
just a time passer. I play poker and I play blackjack,
Yeah.
but I am not playing with my real money.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I'm trying to travel, like I said.
Yeah,
If I'm gonna go spend my money on something, I'm gonna go eat.
that's true. Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna go travel somewhere.
I went to go have some pho or something. That's fine. I kind of like I usually just go to like the gym or something. I go to the gym like right after. I kind of like just play video games here and there. Probably like read a
Yeah,
book
see, and
once in a
so it's just
while.
like taking a
Yeah,
walk, or
yeah.
whenever I'm saying like take a walk, is um or sometimes you can take a walk just from trading for the day or
Mhm.
trading for a couple minutes, quite
Mhm.
honestly. Even if you walk to the kitchen and come back, that's enough time for you to get a mental rebound
Mhm.
and try whatever it is again. And then once you make your profits for the day, like let's say I was trying to make 500 to 1,000 a day. And again, bro, 1,000 a day for
Mhm.
20 days, that's $20,000.
It's
Absolutely
super
nuts. And you've
nice.
been crushing that.
Yeah, it's super
You've
nice.
been crushing that. You just gotta walk away.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so if we're able to do that just consistently, there's no stopping us.
No, for sure.
There's no stopping us. But yeah, just one thing that I want you to incorporate is just stand up. Stand up, look at the screen, stand up, walk away for a second, and come right back because like whatever move or like the time that it takes you to walk away and come back is only going to be one candle. You're on the 1 minute chart. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
only missed one or two candles. It's not like you missed something killer right quick.
No.
You can take a break for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to continue or you have to remember to be nice to yourself even during trading. And
Yeah.
one of those things is like just giving yourself a mental break so that I can make sure that I have my edge,
Mhm.
because once I give that up, it's all down here from there.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually so true, bro. What are you gonna do for the rest of your day? You done now, right?
I'm at work right now, bro. I'm working from home today.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
do? What do you do?
so I'm answering tickets. I do IT for a living.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. True.
So I'm answering tickets, making sure my building is okay. I'm the building manager for this facility.
Mhm.
So just trying to make sure the building is okay, make sure the people have what they need. And aside from that, I'm taking it easy today. I've been doing hard work just all week so that I could relax today.
Mhm.
So I'm doing that.
No, that's fair, man. Yeah. I have a part-time job too. I usually just
Oh,
head
what
out.
do you do?